Department of War from the Secretary of War, 1000, Defense Pentagon, Washington, D.C., 20301-1000, dated November 25th, 2025, actual hand-stamped memorandum for Secretary of the Navy, subject potentially unlawful conduct by Captain Mark E. Kelly, U.S. Navy, retired. The Department of War recently received information regarding potentially unlawful comments made by Captain retired Mark E. Kelly in a public video on or about November 18th, 2025. I am referring this and any other related matters for your review, consideration, and disposition as you deem appropriate. Please provide me a brief on the outcome of your review by no later than December 10th, 2025. So that's only a couple of weeks away. And of course, that's signed by Pete Hegseth. And we'll see what happens with Mark Kelly. I don't know, man. They're talking about reactivating him for active military service, I guess, because he's like a retired officer. I guess they have that ability to do that, and they would do that for the purpose of court-martialing him because of the statements that he made about like you have no obligation to follow unlawful orders given to you by the president. You know, that whole song and dance, the thing that's been a big controversy over the last several days. And this is from Pete Hegseth, and it's still on the same topic. So, Captain Kelly, not only did your sedition video intentionally undercut good order and discipline, but you can't even display your uniform correctly. So I'm going to come back to that. So this is from Senator Mark Kelly himself, and this is the uniform he speaks of. Apparently, these medals are not arranged correctly, according to Pete Hegseth. So if you're a former military, if you have any knowledge as to what we're looking at, maybe you can confirm that. But according to Pete Hegseth, that's not the proper way to arrange his medals, I guess. So anyway, so he says, when I was 22 years old, I commissioned as an ensign in the United States Navy and swore an oath to the Constitution. I upheld that oath through flight school, multiple deployments on the USS Midway, 39 combat missions in Operation Desert Storm, test pilot school, 4 space shuttle flights at NASA, and every day since I retired, which I did after my wife Gabby was shot in the head while serving her constituents. In combat, I had a missile blow up next to my jet and flew through anti-aircraft fire to drop bombs on enemy targets. At NASA, I launched on a rocket, commanded the space shuttle, and was part of the recovery mission that brought home the bodies of my astronaut classmates who died on Columbia. I did all of this in service to this country that I love and has given me so much. Secretary Hegseth's tweet is the first I've heard of this. I also saw the president's post saying I should be arrested, hanged, and put to death. If this is meant to intimidate me and other members of Congress from doing our jobs and holding this administration accountable, it won't work. I've given too much to this country to be silenced by bullies who care more about their own power than protecting the Constitution. Okay, so let's go back to what Pete Hegseth said, and he finishes up by saying, your medals are out of order and the rows are reversed. If you are recalled to active duty, it'll start with a uniform inspection. Uh-oh. And that got a lot of likes, 73,000. But to be fair, Senator Mark Kelly's got a lot more, man. He got 22 million views, 140,000 likes for this. Definitely not going to be ratioed, even though, 29,000 comments. It's quite a lot. So, all right. I don't know, man. Medals out of order, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I don't know why the photo would be inverted, but all right, whatever. So, coming from the White House, quote, all service members are reminded that they have a legal obligation under the UCMJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, to obey lawful orders and that orders are presumed to be lawful. That's from the Department of War. Pentagon probing serious allegations of misconduct into Senator Mark Kelly after Trump accused him of sedition. All right, we'll see where that goes. Looks like December 10th at the latest, maybe the next step in the process.
If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Check out The Swamp, Monday through Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, with segments dropping on the daily. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.